Hello, I'm Toycat and welcome back to the second channel video. Today I wanted to continue my series I've been doing on the third channel where I show you what $1 million can buy in London. Or rather what $1 million can't buy in London, because if you want to live within 1 mile of the centre, which is Charing Cross, you actually cannot do so. There is one house available in the entirety of that 1 mile zone, and it's actually not even really a full house. It's grade 2 listed, so you can't alter it in any way, and also it's a share of the land that you're actually owning. So this is really fascinating for a lot of people, and I've done a couple of spin-off videos from that, but every time I make one, people are like, oh, why isn't this on the second channel? They're very confused about which channel it's on, and that made me realize, in fact, here's free Mars, by the way. Look, the best thing we can own is a houseboat if we have $1 million, and so people say, you know what, why have you uploaded this to your third channel? So here on the second channel, I wanted to do the logical continuation, something I figured would be fun, which is if $1 million can't buy you a real house, it can buy you a few this is a lock-up garage. It can buy you an apartment. This is actually a house, by the way. Never mind. It can buy you a boat. It can buy you an apartment. What could you buy with a much less budget, with a much wider area? Because the truth is, the way people afford to live in London with less than $1 million is you just get a big enough radius, and then you find yourself a nice house that's only £680,000. What a bargain. You find this great house that's only £700,000. What a bargain. You find this house that's 685 or 700. My god, they're all very expensive. Even when you go really far out, you still have to spend basically $1 million to live within 10 miles of the center of London. Wait, let's find one cheap one, damn it. Okay, wait. I can find one house for less than $1 million, and I can move on with the point of this video. No, it's all 700,000. $1 million is basically the benchmark to own property anywhere that is anywhere in London, huh? Come on, one house that's like at least 500 something thousand. Just give it to me. Is there? Okay, there we go. 665 is the best I can find. This superb 1930s built terrace house. It's it's 77 square meters or 837 square foot. It's got this great picture of a crying queen, and it's only about an hour away from central London. So, you know, it's great. It's wonderful. You want to live here, is what I'm saying. But here's the thing. If it costs $1 million to buy a house, what could you buy with £100,000? And that is what I wanted to find out today, because the answer is very little. But what exactly is very little? Because here's the deal. £100,000 is a lot less than $1 million. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know that, but it's actually the equivalent of 3 years of the average UK salary. It's actually a little bit more than 3 years of the median UK salary. It's about 3 years and a few months of if you saved every penny of your salary and didn't pay your taxes for 3 whole years. What could you buy anywhere near London? So this is the London area on Rightmove plus free miles. Basically, this is anywhere that is even vaguely considerable London. What could you buy with a full £100,000? And the answer is a lot of things, but you're gonna like seeing these. You're gonna find things like this studio flat that's actually just a parking space. Those are real words you're reading. You're gonna find things like a studio flat that's an auction, so it starts at 100,000. It's the guide price. You're gonna find things like this 2-bedroom apartment that's actually a boat. Actually, this boat's only 80,000. I feel like something's wrong with it if it's that cheap. There's gotta. Oh, it's a leasehold. So do you not own the boat when you whatever? You know, it's so you could own a boat for 80,000, sure. But what else can we own? Let's find out. So you can buy this. This is a retirement home that's also an auction. So if you're not old and also not looking to auction, that's great. You can buy this parking space. You can buy this 25% share in a 2-bedroom flat in Canary Wharf. That's actually not too bad. Although, again, here's the deal. If you're not familiar with the UK, we have something called shared ownership, and basically you can buy a percentage of the property and rent the rest. So you'd still be paying 75% rent on a flat, a 2-bedroom flat in Canary Wharf. You're going to be paying about £1,000 in addition to your mortgage payment, which, according to this, it should be pretty low on 98,000. Yeah, £395 a month to own 25% of the house, and then you're going to be paying roughly 1,000, let's call it 1,100, to rent the other 75%, with the option to later buy more house as you need to. Except again, you're not buying more house, you're buying more flat, and because flats are leaseholds, it's actually pretty expectable that, like, yeah, you actually don't own the ground, you own the right to live in that box for some number of hundreds of years, except you actually would be owning the right to live in 25% of some of that box for 99 or 100 years or whatever, and then you have to pay rent for the other half of that too. So you're paying 75% rent, plus you're also paying ground rent, plus because it's an apartment building, it looks like a pretty nice apartment building too. Ah, no it doesn't, I lied. But I mean, it looks nice on the inside. Like I just mean it's not like a fancy apartment building. You're gonna pay a service charge as well for the cleaning of the the communal areas. Actually, this isn't a. You know, given that you own, you know, this isn't too bad. It's got like a reasonably sized 1 bedroom. It's got a bedroom, and then it's got like this nice open plan room. I don't hate this at all. If you had to get on the property ladder and you only could deposit up to 98,000. It's the best option we've had so far. It's the most livable of all of those, except you're still renting 75%, so it's kind of cheating. So next up, we've got this 2 bedroom flat right here, which, as you can see, is actually it's a 25% ownership again. So you pay a full 100,000, and then you rent the rest. So and then also the 25% you own, you actually are paying ground rent every year plus a service charge for. So like, okay, that's a thing over there too. What about this? This is 25% shared ownership. What about this? It's the retirement house again. This is a 1 bedroom ground floor apartment. It's shared ownership. Is it at least more than 25%? It just says full market value is 325. Yeah, that's a 25% share in an apartment again. This one's pretty small. It's 1 bedroom. It has a garden though. Oh, it's ground floor. You get a garden. That's nice for a flat. It's really cluttered. I mean, it's a fairly small space. What can you expect? Man, it's crazy just how much they made their life work here, right? I feel like space in the UK, we make much better use of it than in a lot of countries. And I love to see it. I love to see small places. It just also like, and I get that like people have families and they need the clutter, but clutter makes me literally sad. Looking at these images are like, oh, this is not making good use of the space. You could have done better. People who live at Thomas Jacobs Place owning 25% of this flat. By the way, yeah, trying to sell only 25% of an apartment is apparently very hard. So this is 25% as well. Can we find a single apartment we can buy without shared ownership? Oh, here we go. I think we're here. I think we finally found the first thing we can afford with 3 years of the average UK salary. Again, that means, or the median rather, means that half of people earn less than the ability to buy this apartment in 3 years of saving every penny and not paying tax. What do you get? You get this delightful gem. Who took these pictures? Did they take their own pictures? Wait, let me see if it's one of those. Oh, it's an auction house, so I guess they don't have to care. So, oh my god. Okay, that's fine. I mean, the stepladder is the only piece of furniture they own, and that's okay. They had to change the light bulb somehow. That's homely. They have built-in units. I mean, not built-in at all, actually. That's very much that's a plug-in. Okay, that's fine. We got these delightful shelves, fixtures that natural light floods the room. We've got look at that. That is that's the cupboards built in, and a boiler. They're like a couple grand to replace, so that's great. I don't know what's wrong with this toilet, but something is, right? It's got actually a very nice shower. Honestly, the rest of this apartment's gonna make you feel a little bit unclean, so it's got a great shower. Like I like the shower a lot. And then we got this room, and then we got this, and we got this, and we got this. So there's no floor plan attached, so I can't tell you the space of it, but it has been in the same ownership for 54 years. Oh, this is sad. Now that I know like an old person just died there slowly and just let it get terrible. This is so much sadder. But yeah, I mean, it could be not an old person. They could have had it when they were like 10 to 64. No, 64 is still old. An old person died there. So if you're fine with the fact that it's literally an old person died there, and it's in this condition, £100,000 seems like okay. Well, you're in London, right? I mean, 28 Cardew Close. Let's see where in London that is in relation to Charing Cross, which is our point of reference. So Charing Cross Station. We'll just use that. So you're a 29-minute drive to the centre. You're a 56-minute 2 buses, no tube. Or you're a 3-hour walk to the centre of London. But it's only £100,000, which is a great deal. Except, oh, it's an auction house, right? It's still an auction, and in addition to being an auction, so it's going to go for more than 100,000. In addition to someone having basically died there, that's what they're saying. In addition to it only having 16 years unexpired on the lease. In 16 years, you will no longer own this apartment, despite spending 3 years of not paying any taxes or any other income, or any other expenditure on the average UK salary. In 16 years, you must leave. And even all of that is not enough for it to sell for just 100,000 because it's an auction, so it will go for more. That is legitimately bonkers. But it does have broadband, and also, Oh, it's been in the same ownership for 54 years. So it's crazy that it's even worth that amount. Honestly, they probably bought it for like some crazy dumb low amount of money. So this is shared ownership. Can we exclude shared ownership actually? Buying schemes? What do you mean buying schemes? What is that? Okay, so there's no exclude shared ownership, I guess. I just have to look at those. So this is a 1-bedroom, 25% share. This is rent to buy and step onto the property ladder. This is a 25% share. This is a minimum income requirement place, so that's a shared ownership. Shared ownership, shared ownership. You don't own any of these apartments for £100,000 anywhere. There is that one apartment that is an auction. Also, someone died there. Also, it's just 16 years. Also, it's very far away from the center. And, oh, here we go. I think we found one. 38 Wiltshire Court. It is, the current rent is £1,000 a month. So the lease is 66 years remaining. And it's close to Ilford. That's actually pretty good. This can be on the new Crossrail line if I understand my lines. It's brand spanking new. And look at this delight. It's got 41 square meters, 451 square feet. That's a lot of space. I would not mind living here. And for just £100,000, I might be able to. Well, age restricted. Damn it. And then even then, it's also for auction again. So it's just an auction for hire. So yeah, you cannot own anything. Not even a studio flat. Actually, there was the one studio flat that said somewhere around here. There was a 1-bedroom flat around here. Oh, here it is. No, it's not here. The 1-bedroom flat I looked at in my last video is genuinely gone. So there was one property I could find for £100,000 or less, and it's gone. What if we up to £150,000? 5 years of the average UK or the median UK salary with no expenditure and also not paying your taxes, which again get quite significant at that salary. What can we start to find here? A 1-bedroom flat. Oh, is there anything wrong with this? Nope, 25% share. Man, £140,000. Again, 5 years of your salary buys you a 25% share in this in Borough, which again, it's up and coming. I've learned from estate agents so many like how to like sugarcoat like the worst things. Like it's a lively neighborhood. It's up and coming. It's moments from the action. Yeah, there's a fun way to describe everything. Okay, this is a 40% share. This is the most house we've been able to buy so far for just 4 years of the average, the median UK salary. So it's 484 square foot. It's a weirdly... Honestly, I don't like the layout too much, but I mean, besides their bed being ugly, obviously you don't have to live in their bed. I choose to live on the beds. It's a key part of negotiations for me. But like you can choose not to live in someone else's bed. But that's a thing. It's got Juliet balconies. It's got cladding certification, and it's a leasehold that probably doesn't have issues because they probably want to mention those issues. And it's 124,000 for 40%. This is the best we've found. This is the most apartment I've been able to buy for this price. What if we go all the way out, to East Ham? East Ham's got to have apartments. Nope, shared ownership. Shared ownership. Are we gonna find a single? Nope, 25%. 1-bedroom, second floor, still there. Maybe if we up the minimum price to 120,000. Let's just say 140 even. Let's pick a very specific range, and let's see if we can find anything. Oh, studio flat, close to local amenities. Share a freehold. This isn't even like pay ground rent. You just pay for the common repairs. This is the dream right here. We found it. For £150,000, you can live in Hempstead Road, West Hampstead, in this apartment. To give the floor plan, there is kitchen. And then there is ground floor. 11.3 square meters is the new smallest apartment I've ever seen. Like, how does the shower work? Do you shower in the hallway? Do you walk into the shower room, which... Is this legal? I've heard there has to be 2 rooms minimum between a kitchen and the bedroom, but this kitchen is the bedroom. How much did they buy this apartment for? I need to know. Oh, and even this, by the way, even this like tiny thing is £150,000, 5 years of the average salary. You have to pay cash. You can't mortgage this. Let's see what this. Damn it! I just want to know how much who sold this to anyone? How is this? It's gonna sell. It's crazy. So this is the closest thing you can buy with actual money if you saved it in cash. You can't buy it if you didn't save in cash. We got a shared ownership. We've got shared ownership. We've got a retirement flat. We've got cash buyers only. We've got, yeah, with £150,000. Again, that is a huge amount. Do I have to explain that? Actually, wait. For my American viewers, 150,000 GBP to USD. $206,000. I want to say that's like an average. What is the average US home price? Average US home price. It's got to be less than that, right? 334,000. Well, I've previously owned homes 260. So we go to let's go all the way up to 200,000. Let's see what the average home price, used home price in America. Used home is such a funny thing to me. Average used home price in America will net us. So we'll go with like 200 to 210. Actually, let's go for like 190 to 210. There we go. That's a nice range. So we get places like, oh, that's gone. A 1-bedroom apartment on the 4th floor of this place, 40% shared ownership, and a minimum income required too. Okay, that sucks. There is a guide price on this. Wait, I think we finally found it. If you're willing to live in this 23 square meter apartment, it looks, oh, and the roof isn't even, it's not even fully usable because the roof is like that. If you're willing to live here, and you just, all you need, again, it's a pretty small thing, the average US home price, or about 6 and a bit years of average UK, or median UK income, of which 50% of people earn less than, then you get to live here, which I think, like, it's not terrible. It's got this great, it has a view that is better than you'd expect, you know, and it's, oh, wait, does it have multiple rooms? That, I feel like that's a different floor plan. Oh no, it's the same floor plan. Yeah, this is like depressing that this is like basically the price I bought my first house for. And it's like, yeah, you live in that apartment and you like it, damn it. But it's like, you know, it's totally fine. Like, if you wanted to get your foot on the property ladder after just 6 years of saving all your expenses and having a median UK income, and also, you know, you better hope that you, as well as having the average UK income, spending no expenses, you didn't pay tax, because that's going to mess with things. But you can live just 54 minutes. Oh, it's night. I'm getting a bad, like, I record these videos at 2 a.m. There's no shame. At 4 p.m., yeah, 37 minutes. That's pretty good, right? That's like basically in the center. You are not far at all from the action for just the average US home price. You know, I find it funny too, because it's literally 10 times smaller than the average US home. If we go to here, shared ownership, over here, property is a 54-year lease. So if we just, nope, it's an auction. Never mind. Yeah, if you have $250,000, you cannot live in London besides that one place. Wait, nope, second place. So for 209,000, you get a much bigger flat with 37 square meters, 398 square foot. So as you can see, it's got this delightful living room and dining room. Obviously, they got to work from home. Yeah, I'm imagine like it's fine to like live, like go to sleep here. Like working from home here seems like it get problem filled pretty quickly. But still, otherwise, like they're living here, they're making it work. It's fine, it's good. Okay, that's cool. It's got a 97-year lease, and assuming it's not too bad of a lease, that's a-okay. We did it. We found a place you can live in London for basically less than $250,000. That's more than $250,000. Okay, this is kind of off the radar. I like it. I like it too much, so it's not okay. And it's in Edmonton, London, which is an area I've never heard of. Huh. Do you think, is Edmonton in Canada named after this one or the other way around? Because there's Little Russia here as well, near Tottenham, which I didn't know about. There's a 2-bedroom, but it's got a 46-year lease. 3-bedroom apartment. Oh, here we go. So if you're willing to pay offers over $199.99, you can get this place, which has 44 photos apparently. Why do you need this many photos? Okay, so do you want to look at photo? Oh, it's 3 bedrooms and it's on a floor like this, and it gets its own front door. It's a big sales pitch. They've organized it terribly. It makes me sad looking around the clutter and the craziness. But otherwise, look at that. It's a house, basically. Oh, I think we just repeated, right? Am I getting deja vu here? Okay. Also, here are some local amenities. Oh, that's doorways to other apartments, I think. They have lifts. That's big. I looked, like, while I was looking for houses, every estate agent, when you're looking at houses, is like, would you like to see these flats nearby too? And I'm like, oh, I don't like flats. They're like, Come and give it a look. And I saw one that it was on the 5th floor, and it only had stairs. And they're like, if you just ignore that though, and it's like, I have a scooter. How do you think that's gonna work for me? Just anyway, so looking at apartments are great, and they are the only thing you get to own in London. I wonder if you, I bet there literally isn't an option if we pick just house. There are, oh wait, maybe lifetime lease for over 60s, so when you die you don't get to keep it. That's a fun idea actually. We get some houseboats. We get this 1-bedroom end of terrace house, charming and quirky. Oh my god, that is very quirky. Oh, look at the shape of it. I love it. I would love to live here. This is... Oh, what is this shape? You can live in a house in London for £200,000. If you're not willing to live in a house this quirky, you don't deserve to live in London with $250,000. Also, the guide price is actually $220. But what do you love most about your home? The ceilings are very high, which gives you a feeling of space, even though it's not a large house. The windows are huge. I've lived here happily for 15 years. Wait, let's see how much he bought it for. So here's the crazy thing about London. London has had a house price boom relative to the rest of the country because it has the highest salaries, so people can borrow the most money. This house sold for $97,000 in 2005. That's actually less impressive than I was going for. Usually it's like, oh yeah, the house that's worth $200,000 now, it's worth like 40 grand in 2008 or something like that. But yeah, if you want to own a home, there are one options available for you. This is a 3-bedroom house requiring modernization. And it's a freehold. Oh, it's an auction. So yeah, living in London's crazy expensive. I always try to mention this to people, but like, yeah. You know, if you look at a millionaire mansion in London, it's like a terrace house with maybe 3 bedrooms, if you're lucky, in an okay part of London. And people think that's an exaggeration. And I just want to point out, I bet you didn't know it's not. And yeah, so whenever I do a house tour in some number of months, please try not to hold that against me. So with that said, yeah, living in London is very, very, very expensive. Which is why most people rent or they live in not London. But that is the fun. I need to look at this house some more. I love weird houses that just make you... I can't bring myself to look away from this. Like, I would have preferred this to be my first house than where I picked now. I would rather live closer to the center. Actually, wait. How close is that to the center? Brewery Road, Plumstead. I've never heard of Plumstead. In SE18. So that's going to be near Woolwich, I'm guessing. I think SE18 is Woolwich. Well, let's quickly just confirm. SE18 is indeed Woolwich. And Plumstead is... Oh, it's right next to the... Not next to the station. It's like you're only an 8-minute walk from the station. So that's pretty good. I don't know why I'm not living in Plumstead. If you wanted to walk to the DLR stop, you could be there in just 19 minutes. Is it a nice area? I'm going to wager not. Ah, it's fine. I mean, like, again, Woolwich Arsenal is like... I don't know why it makes me uneasy. You know, probably some... Oh, actually, look at this. Never mind. This... I love when streets do that and you get this great view. Yeah, I take living uneasily and spending $250,000. But being able to own a 1-bedroom house here... Yeah, this is nice. It's got a little church, the Plumstead Church. A Baptist church. I think this... Look, you got a Tesco Express just down the road. A Turk Nini. You got a Cafe Deluxe. There's a McDonald's 10 minutes walk away. You are living the dream if you buy this house. I should get a commission if you buy this house. I'm sad that someone else is going to buy this house and it's not going to be me. If you buy this house and you live there, and you would like to invite your good friend on the internet Toy Cat round, I would spend hours there just staring at it. Like, is that the only bathroom? Oh, it's got a little shower in the corner. It's got like one of those weird bathrooms that divided into two. So there's a shower there. It feels like a communal weird like bathroom at a sports center. But like, wouldn't it be interesting? How much space is it? I didn't check. It's 302 square foot, 28 square meters. That is that is a very small house. Also, why is this bedroom 2? This is just bedroom. This is room 1, this is room 2. But like, I want to live here. It's unusual and quirky. It's unusual and quirky. It's got a tiled shower room. Extensive inbuilt storage. There's so many reasons to want it. Can I go on the street and look at it again some more? You know what? This video's not ending. Do you want the second channel videos to end? Is that what you want? No. You want Toycat to stare at some things some more. Because, yeah. What is the scoop of this? There's a Gurkha. What is that? Nepalese food? Yeah, because the Gurkha. I don't know why the Gurkha Nepalese thing's true. Red Lion noodles. 3.8. I don't dine at 3.8 star establishments. I go to Dosa and Sambal Express and Hoa. I don't go to Hoa apparently. New Royal Chinese Takeaway. There's a lot of Chinese takeaways on this same street, huh? But yeah, you could live right here. Which, for the record, from Ambala Kari to Charing Cross. Oh, it's actually very far, isn't it? So yeah, actually, you know, okay. So here is the one house that I could find. It's 20 square meters, a 3-hour walk or a hour night bus. But again, I'm recording at 2 a.m. Don't shame me. A 43-minute Southeastern train. Because it's a train and it's not a tube, you'd pay extra money for that. But besides that, you would otherwise be doing pretty well for yourself, living over here. And my only regret is that I didn't find this house when I was looking a few years ago. Because besides the modernization that is needed, and it is unusual, and it is quirky. Look at it, just look back there. Look at how he's decorated it. Look at he stores things on the fridges, on the cupboards, because there's no other space. Look at the light and everything about. He's got exercise bike. He had 300 square foot, and he thought exercise bike is pretty essential. I mean, he or she, I should say. The fact that there's like an actual, like, they expect to entertain here at some point, like, but only 3 people, excluding themselves, maybe including themselves. They have 2 friends. Or why would you buy the sofa? Is the sofa for you? If so, why would you buy the chair? Who is this for? What is this for? Was this built as its own house? Or did they separate it from another house? If you look on the, like, it looks like it, again, it's got its own separate thing. Why would they build a house this tiny? Does it have a garden? It doesn't look like from the floor plan. So it can't have been built by itself, or maybe they did build it by itself. Why is any of this? I want to hear the whole story. Please let me hear the whole story. But yeah, it's a nice area with a diverse community where you'll meet people of all ages from everywhere in the world, and some brilliant local Asian food stores. I want to live in Plumstead in this quirky house, and why am I not living there? It's because you've let me down, internet, and that's why I need to say, second channel, don't care. Goodbye.